Where is it?
Everybody, welcome back to the Quantum Show. Quantum panel with me is Joe. He is
Howdy.
here. He's the first one in the door. Links have been sent. If you were expecting a link, here comes somebody. Lynn, hey there. Welcome to the
Hi.
panel. Whoa, hang on. I gotta adjust sound.
Oh, sorry.
Loud, loud, loud. Okay.
You want it loud? Okay.
No. It was too loud. I was like, whoa. And my volume's way down. I hope everybody can hear us okay. Let's do that.
Well, you are coming in solid.
Okay,
Five by
good deal.
nine.
Joe's
Sound,
not, though.
yikes, still loud. Let me,
Ooh, sorry.
okay, give us a sound check, Lynn.
Hello?
Okay.
Is that better?
Yeah, Joe, I guess you are a little low. Let me see what you got going on here.
About 27.
Yeah, I'm going to bring you up a little tiny bit and just turn my microphone down, I guess. Turn my speakers down. Okay. All right. Welcome back to the Quantum Show, everybody. It's a Quantum panel.
Welcome to Alexander Graham Bell Day.
Yeah. Um, l- Joe, you already know this, but I've been okay. I was just thinking about this while getting my own water, right? That mercury topaz I've been working on, it was wanting to overheat. I couldn't figure out why. It was like there was nothing getting pumped, right? And I really did tell my tulpa to go check it out for me. She started with tech. She's still tech. She can't bring me a white paper or the Chilton's manual, but she can say yes or no and point. And that's what she did. She's a cap, the radiator cap. I was like, huh.
Yeah, she
And
got
I,
the same. You got the same problem I do.
what's that?
Pressures are too high and the valve's not letting go.
Yeah, because here's what happens. Here's what happens with a radiator cap, right? Okay, when you have air in the system, right, and you have heat, and you have say water, okay, the water gets hot, presses up against the valve releases, lets that pressure out, and lets the fumes go. It starts to cool off, and the system starts to circulate.
Hmm.
This valve was stuck shut because it wasn't the right cap for that radiator. It was
which
moving.
famous ra- which famous uh World War I ace figured that out?
Still not hearing him worth a darn.
Joe, I'm gonna turn you up some. Joe, what say that?
Okay. Which
There
World
we are.
War One ace figured that out?
I do not remember.
Snoopy?
I believe it was Eddie Reckenbacher.
Who
Okay.
Snoopy was fashioned after.
But yeah, what was going on was the valve was moving, but it wasn't unsealing. It was traveling because the little valve head, right,
Hmm.
was really thick. It was for I don't know what car it was for, right? But I just threw that fucker away. And what it was doing was it was traveling within the pipe, but it wasn't opening. The one I got opened, let the air out, it closed again, sucked in some water, which it hadn't been doing, and it started circulating. I'm like, and it went all the way close to the red, and then back down into the green, right where it's supposed to be, right in the middle. It went almost to the hot, and then oh, you can't see that. It was going. It went fast too. I was worried about it. I was like, this thing's gonna blow up in my face. Mm, and then it went back down. It just hovered there. I'm like, it's working.
Awesome.
Awesome. I was so happy. Small victories. Now I'm gonna replace the exhaust system tomorrow. I ran out of daylight, and I forgot how to do a bunch of stuff. a couple had a couple of false starts. Hey everybody, welcome to the chat. We got who we got in here? Storm and Shadow standing by, Aussie Tiger, Diane Boss, Pinky Leader, great to have you back. Renee, you're back. Glad to have y'all here, right? Thank you all for coming back.
Yeah.
Got some got lurkers too. Got lurkers. Hey lurkers, shout out.
In spite of it being the wrong day, huh?
Hello, everybody.
It's the wrong day. Here's what I have tomorrow. I am going to the Legion in an actual a kind of an official capacity, right? Because they're having a benefit concert and there's going to be nobody there from the Legion except for the bartender. Bartender's busy. So me and my buddy are going as guards. And as like I'm like, "Oh my god, they trust me to do this stuff." Okay, we're going.
You're going as the bouncer?
Yeah, going as a guard. I'm like, "Holy crap, what's going on here?" Because everybody else is out of town. That is
So if
usually
you're the
there.
bouncer, who's the cooler?
The other guy. The other guy, not me this time. But we're both going as that. So that's that. And they asked me like 2 weeks ago before I remembered I had this schedule change. So that's
Mhm.
tomorrow and Saturday got to work because my coworker needed the day off. So it was today or nothing. And I totally didn't even know about the State of the Union address. By the way, I did not watch very much of it. I did watch some of it, but
You didn't want to see the chief stumbler.
yeah, Stumbler in Chief.
Mhm.
And I was like, okay, I got to focus for my show. And luckily, I did have some notes. So, Joe, did you hear any of the first hour?
Unfortunately, I was listening to somebody else.
Right, of course. I mean, who am I kidding? I know you did, Lynn. You heard
Yes,
almost. You
I
were
was
here for the
there.
whole one, right? For the whole hour.
Almost all of it until somebody called me.
Okay. Well, at the very end, I was just going over the same stuff. And what were you saying? Oh my God, I didn't even think about that.
Oh,
Which
you
part?
know, I said to disclosure, I said I want a pony too, but I bet neither of us are getting what we want. Okay, and I forget who it was piped up. Might have been Cindy. Piped up and said, "Remember the vacuum sweepers?" And I goes, "Oh my God, I don't
Mhm.
want any damn ponies. No."
You can have a ranch. You can have a ranch full of ponies.
I got a backyard. The poor things are starved to death.
There's going to be a horse trailer truck with 10 pull up and have a flat tire right in front of your house. Watch.
Oh, that's wicked to say something like that.
Especially since I know where to get a horse for free.
No, I don't want any ponies. No, I
Uh-oh.
take it all back. I don't need any ponies.
Aussie is
I
talking
do need a radiator cap though.
about. We all need a radiator cap sometimes. Aussie's talking about. He was referring to car stuff. I have a car where the compression is blowing into the radiator. That's not. That's a blown head, dude. So it's not starting. If there's
No.
compression going into the coolant, into the radiator, you got a head gasket fail or a blown head.
Or worse. Yeah.
Yeah, or cracked block.
Crackhead.
Say
Right.
bye bye to the car, buddy. Sorry.
Well, depends on what kind of car. I mean, if it was my Hyundai, I'd build it if the magic smoke come back out of it. I would just get a can of magic smoke, pour it in, and keep driving.
What in the world is magic smoke? What is that about?
It's an electronics expression.
It's like a joke. It's a joke.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
if you see a computer, or in this case a car, if you see a computer with smoke coming out of it, that's the magic smoke getting out, and it won't work anymore. Frank didn't tell you this. Frank didn't tell you this.
He might have. Who knows? I mean, you could pour what I understand about computers into a thimble and have room left over.
Okay.
The fact that
Well,
I can get on here is all Frank.
okie doke. But yeah, if my magic smoke ever runs out, I'm putting more magic smoke in. I don't even care. So,
There you
like,
go.
Aussie, what kind of car do you
Don't take
have?
no. Don't take no for an answer.
The machine doesn't win, or kill itself. It doesn't do. That's not an easy way out.
Well,
In my.
we're already preparing for AI, are we?
Mm-hmm. Yep. And
Believe me,
Aussie.
there's more than one way to skin a cat, and that cat's all brand new.
So if you have Aussie, if you have compression is blowing into the radiator, so
That
there's
ain't good.
that's head.
Yeah, you're going to see a sludge in the radiator. You won't see antifreeze in that. You'll
Oh.
see a sludge.
I gotta bring one of these up.
What is a Holden Commodore? What is that?
It is 2001 though.
That thing's 20 years old. Plus.
Is it a Super Sport or VX? I'm looking at them right now. Let me go ahead and.
Yeah, you have to remember we don't have some of those vehicles here.
I guess not.
Yeah,
But
that's
that's not a guarantee I would recognize them anyway.
No, I'm going to. Okay, here we go again. Doing images.
Makes jungle music. Ooh.
Okay, Holden Commodore. Let me see here.
Jungle music's very different than jungle juice, so I will tell you that for nothing.
Holden Commodore is kind of like the Chevrolet over there. It's what Chevrolet puts out over there.
Okay.
And let me. I think. Come on, you. My buttons are acting stupid. Can you see it?
Yeah, that's a pretty car.
Yeah, it's based on GM models.
Yeah, this makes me think of a Grand Prix.
Yeah.
Makes me think of a Grand Prix. The lines look very similar, like Pontiac Grand Prix. And
It reminds me of the Opel Commodore.
well,
oh, wait a second.
styling.
Opel Commodore, which is owned by General Motors, so therefore,
there you go.
We just completed the same circle.
Yeah, you just connected the dots right there.
We are smart here.
Yeah. Wait a minute, I didn't say. I didn't say do that.
You didn't say do that?
No, my buttons are messing up. Maybe I got too much coffee. 3.8 liter Ecotech V6. Yep. That Ecotech, that's Chevy. Ecotech is Chevy. Yeah, I'm out of.
Computers do not run on coffee. People run on coffee.
Right. I'm done with the coffee for now. I've had coffee all day long. I'm loving it, but I'm done with it for now.
You have a stomach left?
Oh yeah, I'm good. So 2001, yeah. 3.8 liter Ecotech V6. Yeah, that's Chevy or General Motors. My old Cavalier had an Ecotech 4-cylinder. It's just the way they do it. It's just one of the methods they do. In 2001, yeah. So, do you have a picture of yours, Aussie? You can send it. Well, whatever. You don't have to. Hopefully, you can get that fixed and running because it looks like a good car. They do. I mean, they look like good cars. There was somebody here. Of course, it was at Costco. Drove up in a Holden, and it was like the Monte Carlo of Europe. I don't know what it was. I took a picture, but this was years ago. And yeah, Holden is GM, and it is like their branch over there in Australia of General Motors, and they use a lot of the same tech over there. So yeah, I saw Holden over there. There, you have to ship them here individually, personally. You can't just go to a Holden dealer because they're not American spec. They're
Yeah, and you have to change out the windshields and everything else like that.
the windshields, the bumpers, the airbag sensors. There's a bunch of stuff you got to change out with these newer cars. Older cars, windshield bumper, you're done. Maybe make sure the seatbelts are right because some of them don't. They don't have the shoulder harness. But anyway,
Learn something new every day.
yeah, I mean, I hope you can figure out that car because, dude, you have a blown head gasket, intake manifold, something.
Yeah.
I hope it's just the gasket.
I hope so too because that will do it. But they're super complicated, right? Especially the V6s. Any kind of
Well, these
V6.
days they're making stuff like that more and more complicated, so your backyard mechanic isn't tempted to get under there and screw around with it.
Yeah, and all these super complicated cars are chasing people back to like things like a 91 Topaz with a bad radiator cap.
Mhm.
I'll stick with the 2007 Toyota 4Runner.
You got it. And I got my two 04s sitting out there too. I can't believe I own these cars, plural. There was a time. It's like I'm living like a teenager. I got all the cars.
Hey, you should come here and get your Jeep.
Everyone should have a happy childhood.
Jeep is gone.
Oh, finally?
Yep, Jeep got gone. I think about a year and a half ago. And
Now, even if you didn't have a happy childhood, it's not too late.
yep. Oh, this I didn't know. See, the last time I saw a Holden was like 7 years ago. Well, Holden is out of business.
Yeah, about 2018.
Okay. Well,
Well, a lot of
Holden?
things went belly
Yep.
up in 2020, but
I think they just took the badge off of it.
Mm.
And not call it
Maybe.
something else.
Hey, Aussie, you still got Opal over there? I know Opal is still going. Y'all still got Opal because you may be able to. Who bought them? Now we're Quantum Car Show here.
Yeah, you could swap. You could swap some of the parts. Maybe what you're looking for. Even there's always a junkyard too.
Yeah, and they're going to be making replacement parts for that thing for many, many years. But if you were to buy new, but I don't know, a V6 is tricky, right? All V6s are tricky. I don't care where you are. So Raven has the link. I'm guessing she had interference from the cat dimension. So there's always that.
They do demand their attention, don't they?
Mm-hmm.
So we
Well, you know,
were. No, go ahead.
no, I was going to say Aussie. No, not Opal Mining. Opal Monza. I was going to tell Aussie. Well,
Great idea, wrong concept.
yeah, if you can't get Holden parts, stick a Chevy V8 in it. Run with it. Why not? I know it's a front wheel drive car, right?
No, can he get Chevy V8? That is after
That
all
is a good question.
Australia.
Well, just get a General Motors V8. You can get General Motors parts anywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. I bet an old what I say? Pontiac motor would fit in it.
It's
Get you
possible.
they make a
Huh.
big 4-cylinder from back in the 90s. big, like a 3-liter 4-cylinder. It's huge. It's like, what are you doing, Pontiac?
Last time I owned a Pontiac was in 1981, 81 or 82. And that boat, honest to God, I could have moved my entire household in that thing
Was it a barn?
and never have to go back for another load. You know,
Was it a
biggest
Bonneville?
problem with it was it got 3 miles a gallon.
Yep.
That's what it felt
Hey.
like.
Sounds like a Bonneville.
It wasn't a Bonneville.
The
It
motor
was,
coach gets better than that.
yeah, I know. No, I forget what it was called, but we just referred to it as the Albatross and let it go at that. You know, then it had a whole bunch of the unified parts. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
It's
the
crazy.
swappable.
Yeah, well, it's supposed to be an entire system in one part
Integrated.
integrated.
Yeah, unified.
Oh yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, that experiment in integration was a mistake.
You
But
said
we had that car for quite a long time, and whenever the family wanted to go camping, and when I say family, I'm talking about my little family and 2 in-laws worth of family, you know, and their families. We just pack that thing up and go. You know, it was as good as any of the I want to say RVs. That's not right. The big cars now that are kind of a cross.
SUVs.
Yeah, an SUV. That thing would go and go and go. You know, and you know it was good on dirt road or whatever you were taking it.
Oh, well, try to follow the Forerunner.
I don't know.
I don't
In
think
this
so.
area, I don't know how good it would have been. I mean, it was all right in Ohio.
Okay, got a controversial thing right here. MG. Which MG, Pinky
I'm
Leader? Which MG are you referring to? Because I have a stance on electric cars as they are.
I don't know. You know that car was profoundly awful, and you know,
Yeah,
as
the
far as
only
gas mileage goes, so it
yeah,
was a nightmare.
yeah, and lately I watched out of the blue a review for the years that MG tried to exist here recently. It did not go well for them, and they took one of their MG cars that they made an electric version of it. Now, a new car, MG's still around now, and it's
Yeah.
not doing so well. We don't have we've gone over this. We don't have the infrastructure here for
Not only
elec
that, but what it takes to mine the cobalt and the lithium for the batteries, you do 20 years without causing that much pollution in a standard engine car. I like hybrid cars a little bit better. I mean, you don't have to have quite so many batteries.
You're not held as hostage either.
Yeah,
Right.
okay, Pinky's talking that's why they're so cheap. Yeah, the new ones are super cheap. Yeah, because they can't sell them, and there's no infrastructure. Now, what I'd like to do is get one of these electric cars, no batteries. I don't want their lithium batteries, no batteries. And I would like to put my little idea into production. Take a generator, mount it in the rear or in the front, whatever, right? And run it on methanol. Okay? Methanol. Not ethanol, methanol.
All right, I got it.
And charge up some, I don't know, tractor batteries, whatever, something that Joe, you taught me duty time, right?
Right.
Heavy acceleration draws from the batteries and the thing. And you know what can uh, regulate the draw rate? One of these. This can regulate it.
Disk and an Android.
That's what I held up. An Android. You mean
No,
Arduino?
no, Arduino. Yeah.
Yeah. Any of the
85 cents.
Yeah, any of the hobby things can do that. It's just it's load balancing, it's all. It's just load balancing. And literally, I think I want to have a Commodore 64 doing that. And put Commodore on the back of it, but with the little Commodore logo. That would be funny.
Almost as good as the computer they used in that submersible that didn't
Oh, you
make
mean
it out of next to Titanic.
the Logitech controller? Yeah.
Yeah. Isn't that intelligent?
No, what was intelligent was not making it structurally sound enough.
No
Yeah.
damn reason for any part of that.
We can't do that yet. We don't have the technology. We can't go that far down yet
Oh yeah.
as humans.
Well, we do
What
go
about
down.
the bathysphere? We've gone down the Mariana Trench to the bottom.
Not
Yeah.
humans.
Yes, humans.
Robots.
No, humans in the bathysphere. But you know what that thing is? It's not self-powered. I mean, it's 8 inches of solid steel.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
it's basically a steel ball. It's hollow, and you
Okay.
haul it in, you haul it out.
I need information on that. You can't do it on the cheap. Welcome to the quantum
Can't
panel,
do it
Ray.
on the cheap,
Sorry
right.
about that.
No
All right,
problem.
but
I didn't want to interrupt. Hi, everybody.
You're good.
you're probably thinking, "Oh my God, what am I doing in the middle of this?" You know? I know I am.
Yeah, I was unloading and I had a neat little thing. The most quantum new weird thing that I had happen was I started using my Tulpa. And it works. It works.
Mhm.
It works. Okay. The Tulpa, Sabrina, she doesn't mind being a Tulpa. She likes just existing, and that's cool.
Cool.
And yeah, she was able to tell me yes and no and point at things. She pointed at the radiator cap. She literally like made it more noticeable, right? And I
Okay.
was like, what's going on? And I kept telling her, go find out for me. And she did. She couldn't like bring me the information, like hand me the Chilton's manual or nothing. But
Right. But
she could say, look here. And she did. She said, look here. And there's something going on here. And just like a spirit, she could put stuff in my head. And
mhm.
she put stuff in my head. And now
Did she
she was
put
like,
it in, or was it something you already possessed and hadn't considered yet? Because I
maybe
don't
both.
wonder that a tulpa could be any smarter than the person that made it.
Well, the thing is, the Tulpa is not smarter, but she can go to the things like the Akashic records and my past timeline, whereas I cannot. And I'm like,
Okay,
that's
I
cool.
see. I got
That's
it.
that's cool,
Yeah,
y'all.
that's
Okay,
cool.
That
this
that is
Yeah.
cool.
that's really
Yeah.
freaking cool.
So have
Okay,
you worked with a pendulum with her yet?
I haven't worked with no, not yet. I haven't done a pendulum with her.
That would almost work in your car situation, pendulum.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. Definitely
For
divining
sure.
rods would. The L rods or
Well,
divining rods, same thing.
I don't know if I have an advantage here, but they actually can come and speak to me. I don't know why.
Yeah.
I got the
Yeah.
circuit built in. I don't need a thing like a pendulum or divining rods.
Well,
They
the
can
thing
just
is that she's pointing and saying here, here, here. You
Yeah.
know, where a
I found a
pendulum
tracker
could get
on
you a
somebody's
little bit more accuracy.
Small little tracker was hidden on a friend's vehicle, and I used the L rods to find it.
okay.
They
See,
as I would
Okay.
hold it, do it around, and when it got to that point, they crossed right over,
Yeah.
and I said, "It's down here underneath this somewhere."
Those
What'd
are
you just put up, Joe?
That is the information about submarines going to the bottom of the Mariana
Oh, okay.
Trench. So,
Okay.
you know, we've been down further than the Titanic,
Yeah.
Mm.
but it wasn't what you would call a regular submarine. I mean, it was just a
More like a
vessel that they
fishing trip.
what?
It's more like a fishing trip. Throw your bait in and see what happens.
Well, it's more like the sinker on a
Yeah,
fishing
my
rod.
point.
Okay. Well, that I also have. Okay, I have the. Well, it's a video, so I will go ahead and put this into the description after the show because can't really click it now. Can't
Well,
really.
there's been quite a lot of noise being made about that submersible being substandard and not passing a simple checklist, and them taking it anyway.
Yeah, that's ego, and they
Yeah,
shouldn't
it
do that.
was. It killed him for it too.
Mm-hmm.
Because
No, I
wasn't
have.
the guy that created the thing in the submarine?
Yeah,
That's what I thought. I thought that was right.
yeah. The guy that created was in it.
Still in all, I still no way to go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm.
That link will be in the show description afterwards.
Okay.
Oh, Aussie, thank you. Excellent. Thank you very much. Yes, we are also on Rumble because sometimes I want to get raunchy and YouTube don't like that.
Who doesn't?
YouTube
I
don't
beg
like it.
you, please.
Well, I mean raunchy political.
Oh, raunchy
And
political, I've got no use for. You know
right,
that.
I do. That's why I don't do it here. Not on YouTube. I may have Rumble shows in the future. I have Rumble shows now, but like one one Rumble show, Rumble only show. So
I'm not offended by raunchy overall, but the word political offends me greatly.
yeah. And you know what I thought was going to be a really political thing? Amy, Alien Girl 111, had a show with the Q guy.
Shaman.
Yeah,
Yeah,
shaman.
the American shaman.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
not. He was not political at all.
No,
He-
no, he wasn't. I really loved that interview, and I'll tell you what impressed me so much. They arrested him. He was trying to help. He was with the police. He was trying to help. The whole reason he was even there to begin with was to help because of the ley lines that are there in Washington, and he saw things were going to go down. And he went there to try to make sure that he could manipulate the energy on those powerful ley lines to a positive and flip everything. So that's why he was even there to begin with.
yeah, I recommend everyone go watch that show,
I
even the
do too.
edited
I
one.
do
Right?
too. We have not
Yeah.
been told the real story, and thank God that Tucker Carlson showed some of that footage. There was no insurrection really
Yeah.
at all. And
Nobody showed that footage, but Tucker.
I know,
Tucker's the
because there's
only.
a narrative they're trying to present. Anyway, that what impressed me the most about him, he was arrested. He was put in solitary confinement. Okay, now I've been in jail before. It's just something minor, nothing like that. But it's maddening, and I can't even imagine what it would be like to be in solitary confinement for 2 years. And yet this man had not an ounce of hatred or animosity towards the people who did that to him, towards the government, towards anybody about that whole experience. He was totally at peace,
I would
totally at
love
peace
to
with it.
meet him in person. I would
I would
love
too.
to meet this guy
I
in
would
person.
too. His energy is just fantastic, and I'm like, I don't think I could have done that. I would
Mm-mm.
still be mad that I was robbed of 2 years of my life. Uh, like that, unjustly, and yeah, and I'd still be mad as hell at the people who did that to me.
He
But
just has
he had,
a level of inner understanding and inner peace that allows
yeah,
that.
that's what just impressed me so much about him. But it is a great interview. Yeah, I recommend it to everyone. He
It
talks
was
about energy. He talks about what's going on right now, but he's not political, which is beautiful.
I
He just-
was expecting it to be all political, but it
I did.
wasn't.
I was too. I was too. And he talks about his UFO experience when he was young, and things like that. And it's a good interview, really good interview.
And yeah, but he was all spiritual. It was all spiritual. And Amy handled it. I don't know what she was expecting, but she did a very excellent interview.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you could tell there was a couple times he surprised her with his answer, and she wasn't quite sure, how how to take it. I think she was expecting him to say something
Yeah.
else, and but they worked very well together. And she did an awesome job. Awesome job. Way to go, Amy.
Heck yeah, I have been, and I was plugging her show. Let me
I
see.
was too last night, and I need to put that link. I told everybody about that last night during my show. Go watch that.
And yeah, y'all, I really do want you to go watch that show because it was shockingly good. And
Yeah.
he is so personable,
Mm-hmm.
so easy to communicate with, and he's not like trying to pull any punches either. He
Yeah.
comes straight from the spiritual side of stuff. I'm like, wow.
I
Yeah.
thought from the looks of him that he was like one of these frat boys that was, in that in his the headdress, and the paint on his face. I just thought he
still
was
don't
a
get that.
beer
Honest, I
guzzling
don't.
a beer guzzling frat boy is what I thought of. That's who he was. Couldn't
Watch.
be the furthest thing from the truth.
Lynn, you will understand the get up when you watch the interview.
Yeah.
And ask
Okay.
Amy.
If you don't mind, I would like to explain why I don't like politics.
Okay.
My entire extended family was ate alive by a political machine. I hate them all. It doesn't matter where they come from.
Okay.
I'm
Hey.
alone in life because of that. That's why I do not care to have anything to do with it.
And that is why I do not discuss it outside of Rumble.
And that's fine. It's a very personal thing, and most people don't understand what it is like to look at your family and know that they're all gone, every one of them,
Had their lives cut
and what
short.
kind of pain was involved in it.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm so
And
sorry.
for anybody who actually wants to know, look up World War II, Germany.
Yeah, that's tough.
So
Yep.
there it is.
Yeah. Sorry for your loss. Losses. Plural.
Losses.
Losses.
And when I say extended family, most people think, oh, couple of uncles and aunts. So no, I'm talking every single person that did not escape to the New World. So that's why I come from where I come on it.
Yeah.
And no, they were not Jews. They were political prisoners.
Mm-hmm.
Because they would not stand down to Hitler. So, in any case, moving right along.
Moving right along. Yeah, that's why I don't talk about this stuff.
I will listen to that interview. I'm sure it has a lot of good points.
Yeah, it's very
And
spiritual. Very spiritual.
yeah, and that's what's important.
Yep.
The rest of it, these things come and go in cycles, and you occasionally will have a real bad section of your history that is not that nobody can understand why this stuff happened, and then somebody finally gets enlightened enough to move forward better.
Hmm.
So,
You know, I have heard it be put a certain way is the lessons from the past, those people helped us to realize, and it was in, I'm not, I'm just, I am reporting
no,
what I
you're
heard.
correct.
They put it in their chart to be part of that lesson, to be part of that teaching moment. I am reporting. I am not making that up. I'm just
Hmm,
saying. Those
It's
people,
true.
yeah, those people. Now, it doesn't make it any easier on this side of the ether, right?
Right.
Doesn't make it any easier on our side of the veil, but that's what I have heard it, how I have heard it been put. That they planned this because it needed to happen to show people. And hopefully we don't need too many more lessons like that.
Boy, let's pray not.
Yeah. Let's I'm manifesting not. I am.
And yet the very same the people of Germany at the time, the very same people are facing the same sort of evil within our own country.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
I just
They're
heard
not from
today.
one direction.
Yeah, I just heard today that there's been 43 times the number of acts against the Jewish people in the United States in the last 4 months than what there was before.
That's right.
Yeah, there's a lot of crap happening right now. And we do not condone that kind of stuff at all. And we're not gonna like say there's no side. We're on the human side. Come on. Bring the Daleks and the Cybermen.
Exactly.
Then we can have some perspective here, okay? I guess.
Well, with each person that can hear even part of the messages coming out of this show realizes their own power, realizes their own ability to interfere and
Mhm.
and send it the direction they wish to send it. You know, and most of us don't want a mess of any sort. We want it to be a nice, orderly thing without a bunch of ruckus about this person's sexuality or that person's race or this person's religion or that person's
Yeah.
desire not to practice a religion.
It's not
You know,
it's not my business. I don't
this
need
is it's no longer about political parties. It's
yeah, they have
about sending this race of human beings, all of us, in a direction that we're not ashamed to go to the Almighty and say, "This is what I did."
yeah, you know what? On the human side of that, that is called divide and conquer, tactical side, and they're succeeding. They're dividing us.
Oh
They're
yeah, they
making it
got it done.
they're making us
Look at just what we're talking about tonight.
yeah, yeah, cat.
And the worst of it is the common person has so very little to be able to influence anything beyond their personal sphere, whether it's their local school board or what have you. But at
Or
least
even
there is that.
yeah, I mean if
It does
we
have a ripple effect. I mean,
Yes, it does.
one person can change the world. It'll take a while, but it's true.
Well, even the one thing that was done will make a big difference, towards how others perceive it and their own perception and what they can personally do.
Yeah.
Yep, that's why I always try to do the right thing in the moment,
Hmm.
even if it's driving or shopping or whatever. You know,
Or letting a cat cross the road with her kittens.
Or like when we're driving around, and I do the I'm here because you needed somebody here to protect you.
Hmm.
Hmm.
There's a lot of that, more than we realize. Hiya,
mhm.
kitty.
Yeah, he's just a talker tonight, isn't he? This is Gabriel.
Hello, Gaby. Hi, Gabriel.
Hey, Gabriel.
Right there.
My dog looks at me like, you're talking to me? Oh, get a life, sister. You haven't got a dinner dish. I'm not interested in you.
Isn't that it? Yeah.
He is very much a man's dog. He does not care for women at all.
Hmm.
So Millard's got him in yay team.
Mm.
He fits right in with the rest of the pack.
Oh, come on. Bella likes you.
Oh, Bella loves me.
So I've
She's
got
a
a question
sweetheart.
for you, Joe. This most recent happening in the world of ufology, where they are going to be having a hearing, I guess, at the Pentagon. Isn't that right? Did I have that right, Nathan? And the media is not permitted to
Yeah.
attend. It's
Yep.
like we were going along, and now they've just like slammed the door shut on us. And it's
Yep.
like,
Steering the narrative.
yep. So what is your take on
They
this
could
whole
have
thing?
this big meeting.
It's called a deep fake, okay?
That's
No
what I thought. That's what I
kidding.
thought. Because I thought, why wouldn't they just have a meeting in secret and not say a damn word about it? That's what I would do. Why
Yeah.
publicize the fact that you're not going to let the media in? Obviously, this has got to be a psyop. Yes, yes, you confirmed what I
Oh,
thought. Okay.
how simple can it be? Put on your maid's uniform, push the damn card in there, and pretend it does something.
Cool.
You know?
Thank you. That's what I thought. Had to be. So they're just trying to stir shit up, get
Yeah.
everybody fighting and
Keep it
arguing, and
keep it stirred
yeah.
so that they don't pay attention to what's actually happening.
Yeah, if they can't get us to fight each other because of race or sex, oh well, it's them out there that we have to fight,
Hmm.
and we've already got the space planes and that ready to go. We already have our base on Mars. We're
And the
ready.
moon.
What a
Yeah,
joke.
We got
If
all
those
that
people
stuff.
wanted us, they'd have us in a second.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anytime they wanna.
Yeah.
Yeah. That 20
Anybody who
and
can figure out that kind of mileage in a small vehicle or a large one for that matter, we don't even need to worry about. It's all over but the crying if they come after us.
Hmm. Yeah. Well, what are your guys' thoughts on this Lou Elizondo?
What about him?
He supposedly was the head of the ATIP program. That was a top secret thing at the Pentagon, and he came out then as a whistleblower, and he's actually the one that
Has he got the strings off his fingertips yet?
So I don't think so. And that the most recent one, that David Grush, is kind of like an underling of his, I guess. But
Now,
that's
what
why
evidence did he actually present?
zero. He didn't
Yeah.
even see things firsthand. He was like talking to somebody who saw the craft, or talking to
Talking about
somebody that
Crush.
saw this. Yeah, Grush. Yeah,
Gee, let me be impressed.
yeah.
He's
Lou.
he's another
Oh,
show pony.
oh.
Like Lou Lou
Yeah.
is a show pony. Gresh is a show pony. They're both saying what they're told to say. They're on protocol.
Because
You
once
know,
you're like
and
in that far, you never get out, do you?
No.
I
No.
didn't think
No.
so.
No.
even
Yeah.
if you're an elementary school teacher afterwards.
Gotcha. Okay. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. Well, since it's
that's
so
an interesting conversation.
so
All right.
everybody knows about the well, most everybody at least knows about the wild card they want to hold in their back pocket to throw out at some point to try to get everybody underneath this one world government by having this fake alien invasion, right?
Mhm.
Well, since
Well, if we
that's
can't
like
do it, if we can't do it with a fake alien invasion, we're going to do it with another fake disease.
Yeah, and you know what? On that, the fake alien invasion.
They've got
Have
that
y'all
in place.
have y'all
Pardon.
been seeing the little demos of the holograms, whales flying through the sky, emerging
Mhm.
from the floors of gymnasiums? That's
Uh-huh.
not none of those are in the United States. And they look so real, okay? Now the sound, you can tell the sound is wonky because, well, it's somebody's recording it on their phone. But the thing is, their phone can record it. We're talking frame rates, and like if you record a screen, then you'll see scan lines, right? If I was to point this at the screen, then you would see scan lines. Um, why aren't they showing those things in the United States? And why isn't the news all about it? Because that stuff looks super
Interception.
real. Yeah, they're it's like they're holding on to it to use it so the general public doesn't know about it. And when we
freaks
start
out.
seeing weird stuff flying, giant weird things flying around in the sky, then they're gonna go, "Oh my god, it's an alien invasion," and it's holograms. Let
Yep.
me see if I can.
Listen, I live in the desert southwest next to the border. I don't need a fake alien invasion.
You got a real one on your hands.
Not a real one.
Yeah. Yeah. No kidding. It's not funny, but
Yeah, well, it is, but it is, and
yeah.
you may as well laugh at it.
There was
I mean, it's a real darn thing down here. And you think, well, who's being harmed? Well, these people are just even being in that vicinity.
Yep. You
You
know what?
know,
I'm going to try to uh bring this up so we can watch it. And
Oh,
this is
great.
I'm going
Cool.
to
that would be
try.
fun.
If
I'd
not,
like to see
we
it.
at least can you post a link in the chat so we can all go look at it after?
Yes. Let me
There we go.
Oh
No,
wow!
I've seen them before.
Yeah, well, not every I've seen them too. I saw this very video, right?
I
Let
hadn't seen it.
Yeah,
I saw
no
the
one's seen
kids
it
in a
in an auditorium.
gymnasium. Yeah.
I don't know if there's going to be any sound come through here, but we actually don't need sound because it's just background noise. Can y'all see that movement?
Wow.
Is the movement making it through?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it did
Yeah.
somewhat.
I'm
It
playing it
is
right now.
now.
Okay, I
Yeah,
paused it.
it's a whale flying
Now,
over. Yeah, it's done now.
yeah, it wasn't very long. It didn't need to
No,
be
it's
long.
real short.
No, but it looked really convincing.
Yeah. Well, I could see where somebody see that and say, "Well, I've had one too many margaritas today."
Okay,
You
this
know?
is from 7 years ago, okay?
Okay.
Oh my God.
Not
Wow.
from the United States, okay?
No good not.
Look at that. Oh my God.
I'm glad y'all can see this because I can't. I'm only looking at the screen, maximized and
Holy
everything.
cow. Look at that. Look at the reactions of the people. Oh my God. That looks like a whale just pops up and crashes right through the floor.
Yeah, and
Oh,
they're
my God.
right up
I
on
don't
it.
know. Look at that woman in the center. She's not facing the whale.
Yeah.
What is she looking at?
What are these people? You see the people in the foreground down here?
Yeah,
Yeah.
They're
there's
looking
a
to their
couple of
left.
them looking off to the left.
What
Yeah.
are they doing? Now, this is what's being
Maybe
shown.
looking at a video camera or a whatever machinery.
A hollow
they're using.
projector?
Yeah.
Maybe. Okay, well, that's enough of that. Let's see if I can
That's
find.
amazing.
That is amazing. Wow, I've never seen that one before. Oh, hi, Renee. The Orange Kitty. This is Donnie.
This is the one from Dubai, right? If I can find it. Okay. Let's just do this one. Again, no sound.
Oh wow.
Now, this is I'll give a time frame in a few minutes.
No, I know that the P.T. Barnum Circus was planning on a holographic scenario, but
Right, where they could have you could have the holograms be demoed instead of the actual animals. I don't even know what's going on here. I guess it's
it looks like they're petting a tiger. I'm sorry, cheetah.
cheetah. I don't know if the cheetah's the hologram or the people are the hologram. Okay, the
There's a
cheetah was the hologram.
rhinoceros.
The cheetah was the hologram for sure.
Wow.
By the way, that is like 1/5 scale for an actual rhinoceros.
Yeah.
They're enormous.
Wow.
Yeah, they're every bit as big as buffalo.
Yeah, we're talking like 2 conversion vans on top of each other.
You see that?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Walk on the
Oh,
water,
how
kid.
amazing.
How come no one knows about this stuff? Okay, I'm going to go ahead and
Look at
What do you
that.
mean?
Well,
Oh
because
my
they have
God.
nefarious
yeah,
ideas.
this
right?
is these are holograms, right? They look
Huh.
pretty real to me.
Yeah, they do.
And it's not only from our point of view, it looks real. It looks real from the kid's point of view.
From all around.
Yeah.
That's the thing
Look
about a
above it.
hologram.
Look above it.
Yeah,
The clouds that are forming.
yeah. This
Remember
is
the
all
holograms
holographic.
in the 60s?
Yeah, I do.
These little wavy line things, you know.
Yeah. In Star Wars, there's hologram of Princess Leia. And
Oh,
that
No,
was
yeah.
all grainy and
Yeah, the
lines.
hollow net. What?
Yeah,
The
that's
hollow net.
amazing.
So I hope everyone got to see that because what do they have? What do you have to say for educational and for educational purposes for discussion and
Right.
whatever, right? You know, disclaimer.
We don't own those videos, and we are not gaining any money from
And we're not claiming they're ours either because
right.
Yeah.
I mean, I would claim it if it was mine if my connection was any good. I'd
bet,
fake it.
that was amazing.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
I would
And-
totally go see something like that.
Now that was a demonstration.
We have a dinosaur thing coming up pretty soon.
A
It's
dinosaur
supposed to be
thing?
yes, that's supposed to be holographic dinosaurs.
Sure, why not?
Really. Wow.
Yeah.
I don't
That
know.
first-
Last time they had a real life, they did it kind of
Robots.
I don't know, the robots, but not even really that good. More of
Animatronics.
animatronics. Yeah, thank you. And they that Millard went and paid a small fortune to go in there, and I can't afford to be doing that.
I had a classroom, so we got to go free.
Where can I borrow one of those?
Call
Hey.
call the school district. Mhm.
Hey, Samantha.
I'm crazy,
Samantha
I'm not
is
stupid.
listening on her drive home from work.
You know,
Great to have
am.
you out there, Samantha. Sorry, go ahead.
you might be able to borrow a group like that just by saying, "Hey, I will help escort the kids through whatever the display is."
Chaperone them.
Hmm.
Uh-huh. I
Yeah.
don't know. Last time I chaperoned a bunch of kids, it was mayhem. There was all sorts of fighting and kicking and gouging and screaming, and that was just for
Okay, but
me.
that wasn't the kids.
No, I'm kidding. The last time I took a class of anybody anywhere was to an exhibition in Cleveland for martial arts.
Shadow is in the chat saying, if this technology is real, why isn't it everywhere? The money to be made is staggering, yet no U.S. demonstrations. I find this highly suspicious. Yeah,
Yeah, there.
No
Go
Let's see
ahead,
if I
Joe.
doubt.
can find it. Let me go see if I can find it.
Because that's
I
a good
saw it the
point.
other day.
Why
Yeah,
isn't it everywhere?
it is, but it isn't. It's whoever has it owns it. You know, so they'd be sitting on it, making as much money from it as they possibly could.
Yeah, that's what he's talking about. He's saying,
Yeah,
why
it
aren't
doesn't
they
mean that
using
the
it for
United States
everything?
has it. You know,
True that,
or they
Because
but
haven't
they're
brought it.
saving it for.
well, money talks, BS walks. So
True.
somebody here could rent it if they wanted to. If capitalism, capitalist
Yeah.
thought. Go
Yeah.
ahead, Joe.
Oh, great. It's hologramzoo.com.au for Australia /dinosaur.
So
Okay.
Australia.
Australia has them. Let me see. And then Apple offers hologram 3D dinosaurs. Tech Radar.
Hold up, Joe. Apple. They offer it how? Apple doesn't have a theme park, as I'm aware.
It's in their app store. I don't know how they're doing it. Let me
So
take
it's
a
on the
look.
phone.
Yep.
I don't think this iPhone I have here can project a hologram.
You'd be surprised. Did I tell you about what Michael Thompson did with? He actually made cell
I
phones where
remember.
they could, yeah, they could project full 12 by 12 screens from a cell phone
Yeah. Yeah.
without overheating it. He did that several years back, and then
They-
had it stolen for a while.
Then he
Okay.
got it back legally, I think.
He got it back legally, right?
Yeah,
But
but
it
it
took
took some doing.
right.
I'm gonna look
Yeah,
in the App Store.
That's what
paleontologist.
technology.
2017 is when one of the paleontologists was thinking about taking, and this is on Tech Radar.
Well, if this works, I will be doing it right now. Augmented reality, augmented reality, augmented reality, hologram messages from iPhone to iPhone, but it's augmented reality. It's all augmented reality.
Okay, this is from Tech Radar, and he's building an interactive 3D dinosaur holograms.
Well, I
Let's
can
see.
remember watching Star Trek as a kid and a young adult and being absolutely jealous as heck of their oh
They don't give enough information.
the room they had so that you could basically set up your own reality and just live that story for a while if you
The
wanted.
Oh,
holodeck.
the
Yeah, the
holodeck.
holodeck.
Yeah,
That's it.
Raven,
yeah,
where you know about the holodeck?
yeah. I used to watch Star Trek.
Nerd point. Awesome.
both, both the old ones and the new generation. I watched them all. Yeah, I always thought the holodeck would be so much fun.
Yeah, the
Excuse me.
holodeck used It's the theory
South
of
Florida.
coherent light, where it has substance. But in Star Trek, I mean, in our real world, it's coherent light. But over in Star Trek universe, it's holograms and force fields, and the force fields make the surface, and that's why it seems solid, because it's Star Trek logic. I'm not even going to try to go for it. It's like,
Okay.
remember to
So the,
sweep for neutrinos before you reverse the polarity.
so the people that were in the holodeck were not, you couldn't touch them?
No, in the holodeck, yeah, you could.
Okay, because that's what
Yeah,
I
that
thought. They would
force
be.
fields.
We
Yeah,
could
and except for the doctor who had a projector which he wore, you couldn't
Yeah, and
touch them when they were outside the holodeck.
he could. Well, he could pick
Okay.
things up and stuff because force fields. But like, if he didn't want to be touched, he could turn that force field off. It was just like a matter of, that's Star Trek, okay? It's you're talking about AI coding on the fly, and
Yeah.
we can't do that yet.
Well, it was all a big guess at that time too. There's no thought of much cohesion to it. It just
Oh, they were thinking of cohesion.
I know, but it was a story, and at that time, who could have possibly realized that so many of those devices would be real? Like I say, I feel cheated that the holodeck isn't. you know?
Yeah. Yeah, Shadow was saying hologram technology would be bigger than AI in the
Oh
news, but
yeah.
not a single U.S. demonstration. I'm calling BS. They're saving it.
Okay,
They're
Ryan
saving it.
Carney, a paleontologist at the University of Florida, is working on developing the interactive dinosaurs, and this was back in 2017, where people allow people to see, touch, and play with a number of different species traveling to a museum.
Play?
Yeah,
Really?
play. Here, dinosaurs, let's play.
Yeah.
Close your mouth, would you?
Yeah. Really? What do you do? Feed them peanuts?
I
Popcorn?
don't. I need more information on that.
Yeah, I need to, but this doesn't
So
have that much. How would you touch them? I mean,
I don't know. Here, nice little T-Rex. Here, nice little T-Rex.
now, see,
yeah,
coherent.
the link is in the private chat because I
Okay,
can't find anything on it.
okay. Now, when I say coherent light, I'm talking that is extremely hard to achieve, right? You don't just go to Radio Shack. Where am I? You don't
No,
just
Edmund Scientific.
right. You don't just pull
Look,
something off the shelf
Edmund
and create
Scientific.
coherent light. You just
coherent
don't do
light as
that.
opposed to what? Drunken light?
No.
What's
No,
coherent light?
Well,
Okay.
that's kind of at a premium right now.
Coherent light
You know?
is. Can you see the flashlight beam? Only because of the scan lines, right? And probably the smoke too, to
Yeah,
be honest.
yeah, I can see it.
Okay.
You can
Yeah.
see that now.
Yeah.
It is achieving a small amount of coherency by bouncing off of something in the air, right?
Okay.
This is a very small amount. It's called an interference pattern, okay? But it's actually just called interference. It's
Okay.
interference with the light moving through because, well, there's smoke in here. I was just smoking a cigarette. You can see the beam, right?
yeah,
Now,
and the smoke makes it incoherent light or non-coherent light,
yeah,
which has
and
a
now it's just
random,
interference. It's just
well,
interference.
random and changing phases is non-coherent light. Coherent light has a single color. The waves are synchronized. That means, if you could put it on an oscilloscope, you would all see the same humps and the same sine wave from each part of the
They
wave.
would be synchronized. They would be synchronized,
Right.
Okay.
They would shine
right?
in the same direction. They would swing the same level, and they'd be in the same phase.
Right. And then when you have these beams of light that are going straight next to each other, like a laser, and you cross them, then you would see the interference between one beam and the other, right?
Okay.
Mhm.
That would be an okay, y'all.
Actually, that's describing transverse coherence rather than interference.
Coherence.
Yeah, transfer coherence.
Okay,
It
everybody,
takes-
this is really complicated stuff. We're gonna just drive away from it for a second because
Well, thank God, because I'm
Okay.
so confused.
I mean, I got this,
I know.
but
Woo!
I don't think. I mean, we just lost 4 people. No, I'm just kidding. Chat room just
And that's
emptied out.
just in this room, right?
They're like, okay, I'm gonna go watch something else now.
Go watch Star Trek because that's what they're talking about.
Maybe they can explain it better. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, okay. Let's take it back to Shadow is talking about. I think it's a psyop to make us think they have it, but they don't yet. Why I don't know, but until I see it, yeah, right. I think they're holding back. That first video where the kids were looking off to the side when there's this giant whale in front of them,
Yeah.
I'm like, why is that happening? That could be
Yeah.
overlaid because obviously it wasn't the best resolution of video.
No, I'm just
Obviously.
is it one thing over another? I mean, we've achieved a high level of CI here recently. It's used quite a lot in movies.
Yeah.
And
CGI.
you know, it could be that it's CGI. Thank you.
I was like,
Used in it, and you know, if you didn't know what you're looking at, you were an outsider looking at this whole thing, saying, "No, that looks real."
yeah. Yeah.
You know,
And
especially
I
in a
don't
movie screen.
yeah, I'm gonna bring this one back up from Shadow. I don't know if it's a psyop. It's not working if it is because no one knows about it, right? If it's a psyop, it's not working for sure. Kind of like that Taylor Swift stuff. It's not working. Okay, it's getting
What's she got to
Taylor
do?
Taylor Swift. There was a woman going around work saying Taylor Swift frequencies are being heard on the radio. She was listening to the radio. Somebody was listening to a radio, and she could swore she heard Taylor Swift being played. They were. It was the radio. It was the FM station playing Taylor Swift song, right? And she heard it from across the way. And was like, I hear this. She was like inside somewhere where she shouldn't have been able to hear it, but you know how sound is, right?
Mhm.
You can
Yeah.
hear sound carries, especially when you're in a big hollow tube. And
It might be absolutely quiet in her place, and sounds like a freight train in the next room.
yeah, like I heard something over here. It was downstairs. It sounded like it was against my door. That's why I went away for a second. And
There'd been pressure of a door opening.
Okay.
You're not there in that house by yourself, are you?
no, not today. Not today.
Okay. CNET had on YouTube back in October 7th, 2021, an article about real holograms are here and they
Hey.
look real cool. And I put a link to that video at 10:47.
Yeah, the Bing video.
It's real holograms are here. They look real cool.
The last
It's
link
most-
at
it's mostly
47
about a gecko. Yeah. It's mostly a gecko.
Okay, well,
Mm.
no one can see it. I mean, no one can click it. So I guess no one's gonna copy that down. Is it in the private chat?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's in
Okay.
the comments.
Okay. It's also in the private chat, I believe. Related
No.
vid.
We put it in the private.
No.
There it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, I will. It will be in the description after the show.
Okay.
Uh,
We're being bombarded by so many things that it's like, who are you gonna believe, me or your lying eyes? And the worst of it is, your lying eyes are probably lying too. You know.
okay.
Yeah.
And
And
also,
there are doing it yourself hologram projector
Well,
projects,
up a point. You want to see that?
but it looks more like the old ones, where you can actually see through them.
yeah. Thank you, Aussie. We think so too. Though when you get into talking about coherent light and interference patterns and interruptions of coherence, it's like, okay, we need to bring this back to the another level.
This stuff can be made to resemble, we'll say, a ghost.
Oh, easily. We've had that for a long time.
Hold on, dude.
This is not a
Shadow.
matter.
There are properties of light that we do not see and do not apply to us because
Right.
we don't use them in everyday life. Light is, oh my God, I don't even know how to say it, except it is literally quantum.
Well, and there's
Literally.
only a very limited spectrum that the human eye can see.
Yeah.
There's a
and-
whole bunch in the infrared and a whole bunch in the ultraviolet. There's a huge spectrum, and we see
yes.
just a fraction
Well,
of it.
even between human beings, there's a difference between perceptions. It's
Yeah.
like what I might see, and I have that gene that sees many, many colors. Okay, more than the average person is going to see. But even with that difference, there's so many more beyond that.
Okay. I need to say what we can address here on the show is not the entirety of light. Okay. Even we can't even talk, but I can't. This camera wouldn't pick it up, your screen wouldn't display it, and your mind wouldn't comprehend it. Okay. Mine doesn't. I mean, it's like I understand for real. And yeah, light is the coolest of all the topics you can think of, right?
And in the 1980s, I went through a whole year of training on holograms. And I can't imagine what they can do now.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
we have discovered more about light than we thought ever was even possible.
Yeah.
Because light
Literally is us.
Made it stardust.
Yeah, I cannot get into it.
Literally.
I cannot get into it because y'all, I would drag you down the deepest, craziest rabbit hole ever.
Like we haven't been there before.
Right. That don't you know what I do all the time, Nathan?
Which rabbit hole would you like?
Yeah. Yeah.
Nope,
But
not gonna do it.
You're absolutely
Try
right,
me.
Nathan. The amount of education in this room is exceptional, simply because they're here. But that's a 6 weeks course. We're not up for that.
6 weeks.
I had to meditate.
All right, 6 years.
And I've only got a fraction of it. And I had to do it through meditation, and I don't know what the hell else what it was.
Well, let's attach this together. While I was studying it, there was this thing called quantum biological hypothesis.
Holy cow.
So it's quantum. And it explores the quantum phenomenon of light and the quantum effects, including light emission that occurs within living systems. And it's a field that's still emerging. But basically, light is us.
It's not simple, y'all. Okay,
It's not simple.
it is
It's
so
quantum.
beyond. It's so beyond simple. It there is no word for it. Okay, I
No, I know
mean,
it's not
except
simple.
quantum.
It can't be.
I mean, I am picturing
I
it
mean,
in my
after
head.
all, I mean, we've already teased the guys in black. I mean, I ain't up for buying somebody a pizza right now.
I'm not saying anything that would have them here.
No,
They
this is
know
all.
that they know my education.
Yeah, and this is all on the internet if you know what to look for anyway. Yeah, this is all on the internet if you know.
Yeah, it's
But
knowing
you,
what to look for. That's a big part of it.
it's real. It's quantum. I'll be right back.
David needs a volume.
Hello, Orange Kitty.
There's an orange kitty cat.
Yeah, this is Donnie.
Is that a bright orange cat or a light butter cat?
Deep orange. This is Donnie.
And who's behind
Thank
you?
you, honey. That's Gabriel. And Mo was up here. I had all three of them up here for a little while. And I thought I had a raccoon, and I'm prepared for the raccoons tonight. I can sit right here. I don't even have to get up. It shoots
God,
30
we're
feet across the room, and I can just nail them with this, and they go right back out the window. I'm just waiting. I love this thing. I love this thing.
That's great. What's it got? Ping pong balls in it or water? Or
No,
what?
just squirts water. It's a squirt gun.
That's
And you
great.
pump it up, get the pressure up, and I can sit right here and go right through my screen and nail them.
That's great. I wish I had one of those when I had a cat.
This is for the raccoons.
Well,
it works on cats too. 'Cause sometimes I have to use it on the cats. I try not to, but it is funny when they all fours come up off the ground at one time. You know.
rascals were up into something. They were gonna get it.
Yeah.
You know,
Mine actually took the whole entire door off of the linen closet last night.
Yeah. I always figured if there was a cat up there, I was gonna get him.
There's a raccoon right there. Oh, good. I was just waiting for it. Got him.
Did you get him?
Yep, got him.
Awesome. So what I was trying to say is, if I got a cat and there was kids bottom in the way too, I'd get the kid too. It's for his trauma.
Oh, they hate that. They just hate that. And here,
kids hate it too. I'll tell you that.
Here I was using that BB rifle and shot out my storm door. I'm still finding glass from that. I missed. Of all times, miss. I wish I would have had the squirt gun then. Would have still had my storm door.
Oh,
Whole thing was glass. Oh Lord. It literally went off like a bomb, and shrapnel went everywhere. I'm still finding glass in this room from that. Oh yeah. I noticed, 3 seconds too late that where I was aiming, where that raccoon was, but there was a glass door behind, and I better aim well, and it was just too late, man. Just too late. Damn it.
You scare the hell out of me, Raven.
On the topic of light, I've found a video. I'm not going to play it. I will leave it. This is from the channel called Astrum. And light can travel through time, and this experiment proves it. I will share it. It will be.
It can go backwards in time too. Yes.
And go backward. Right. I will leave it. Yep.
Really?
And it can also. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. This is a mind bender.
Okay.
Oh,
I mean,
it's like my mind is
in there.
Not really brittle yet.
So they have some type of a contraption that can measure the light photons and prove that they can go back in time.
Right.
Wow. Oh my God, that's awesome.
They use a series of mirrors, and I'm not even going to try to explain it. Okay, just
Even the glass has an effect on time and light.
yeah. I will leave the link in the description
That
after the
is
show.
That
Okay.
just
It is
absolutely.
so I mean, it makes you think, what is reality?
I'll be right back. I gotta shut the window. Get out.
I think
And-
about that every day.
Yes, well. Oh, something
No,
else.
I'm teasing. I'm kidding around an awful lot, and I'm sure that that's annoying to some people. Probably.
Yeah, there's something else.
And, but
Well, Y
something-
Files covered. Yeah, Y Files covered something recently, and this tripped me out. The Kozyrev Mirror. Joe, why
what?
didn't we ever build one of those? A Kozyrev Mirror.
Do you
Casserole?
realize how many people that went into one of those who didn't come back out right?
Oh,
Yeah.
do tell. What is this now?
Kozyrev. I will bring up.
Never heard of it before.
Watch
Shiny aluminum too. Okay.
Question what?
Okay, and this was for the purposes of time travel?
Also
The
psychic.
portal?
Yes.
Also psychic things and time travel and yeah.
Okay, so they go into this metal tube thing.
They go into the metal tube. There's light from the outside coming in, and I just don't know. Okay, there's a lot of questions.
Speculations.
I have questions, right? Yeah, the Kozyrev Mirror.
Well, I wouldn't
And-
begin to be able to speculate on any of it. I know nothing of it.
Me neither. So, and then what would happen to the people after they were in there?
It for the people going in there at first, they experienced feeling like something was telling them, "Get the hell out of here."
Feeling
You
of
know,
dread.
you don't. They don't. You know, you didn't belong there.
Hmm.
But after a while, if you stuck it out, if you had the willpower to stick it out, then you could see things in the future, in the past. You could do the same sort of experiments that great Stargate.
Yeah, Project
No.
Stargate.
Yeah, Stargate
Majestic.
had.
Hmm. Interesting.
Yeah, it's an
Oh,
aluminum tube, and apparently they were shielded. But see, that's where I have questions, right?
Opening at the top and the bottom is not fully shielded.
I know. What
Yeah.
was the shielding? You know, I want to know what was the shielding. Did they have? Were they sitting inside of a Faraday cage house?
Now that would have been
Hmm?
if it had been capped and sealed at the bottom and had air pumped in, you know, it would have been a Faraday cage. But with the top being open, certain frequencies are going to get through.
Yes.
So they
And the-
bombard the thing
Are
with
they trying to
frequencies.
measure
No,
those
no,
frequencies?
no. They didn't bombard it, right? Just imagine a metal drum made of polished aluminum, not even rolled aluminum. And when I say rolled, I mean just you go to the sheet metal store, you buy a sheet of aluminum, and you wrap it into a big drum, right?
Okay.
And then you put a chair inside of it, and you sit in it, right? It's and you have to hang it from the ceiling or put it on legs or something, right? And then but there was more to it, and I don't know what the more was, right? Because this thing, it seemed to activate it. Okay, you were deprived of well, you can't see through the aluminum. This is what I gather from this. You cannot
So-
see through the aluminum. You can hear whatever's going on. I assume they didn't say anything about it was soundproofing, right?
Yeah,
And-
but the room was soundproofed.
Okay, so there was soundproofing in the room.
Right.
Okay, so
The
So is
top
this
is open.
Is this like a sensory deprivation?
Something like a sensory deprivation, right?
Something, but see, the deprivation is of outside stimulus.
Right.
Right, but there is light, so you're not deprived of light. You're not deprived of heat. You're not deprived of the feelings of air on your skin, which is all part of sensory deprivation, right?
Yeah. That part's hard.
All of
And,
it's hard.
and aluminum oxidizes rather quickly, so your reflection that you're going to see won't be very clear, but you can see your reflection.
So you sit in there with your eyes open.
Yes.
Yeah.
You don't have to go into a closed eye meditative state or anything to
No.
start to see this
No.
stuff. Okay.
You
But
you
initially you're
crawl up
full of,
under it. You crawl up under it, sit on the chair, and you just look around at the aluminum around you.
okay. Okay.
And see how many questions that leaves unanswered? What about
Right.
sound? Apparently, there was sound dampening going on outside, sound absorption.
It
But
doesn't
what about
sound like a truly good experiment.
No, it wasn't a good experiment, but it worked.
I'll give you that, but
it's
not saying an experiment of that sort of thing. You know, you try to make sure that there is no outside.
right? That's not now. This happened in Russia, okay? The one that I'm referring to it happened in Russia, and
Okay.
the information from Russia is not the best, right? Well, that's why I want to make one. I would love to do this. I'll set it up right here, right here. I will put this webcam going straight down on top of me. You can all quantum link to me, right?
I'll try it.
And I want to know, hey Chad, welcome to the chat. We're talking light, Kozyrev Mirror, and how freaking weird it really is.
I've always wanted to try like the psychomantium thing that Dr. Raymond Moody invented.
Now I've heard
Right.
of it, but I don't recall what it is.
He took a room, painted everything black, and blacked out the windows, and had this big mirror in there. And you would go in there, and I think there was I think he had like a tea light candle, like on a table behind you. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. And for people that wanted to talk to deceased loved ones, maybe that died in an accident and they didn't get any closure, and people with PTSD, they would put the intention out that I want to speak to so and so, my mom, my dad, whoever, Uncle Ed, whatever, and they would step through that mirror. After a while, you would be able to have a conversation with them, get your closure, say your piece, and really talk to them.
Do you think expectation had anything to do with some of that?
I've never done it, so I don't know. I'd like to try it. I'd like to try it and give a firsthand account of what it's like.
I think I'd have somebody else around just on general principles.
So he was there. He was right outside the doors in case somebody freaking out or something. But he's had a lot of success. It's very therapeutic, I guess. I know some would say that, how do you know that that's your loved one and not a demonic or mischievous spirit pretending to be, and all that. And I'd say, well,
it's kind of simple.
it would
Ask them
be,
what their favorite stuff was.
yeah, you could ask them questions.
If you didn't know it, that would be pointless.
There's a lot of context that goes along with that too when you're talking about demons and perception and
I don't
lot
know
of context.
You would have to have very pure thought to enter into that.
A sincere intention. Yeah.
It's basically a contract walking onto the other side. You better know darn well what you're capable of handling.
Yeah.
There's a lot of context there. A whole lot.
And I would say that you would know whether or not that's your loved one or if that was an act of trickery by
You
spirit,
know,
by your intuitive spidey senses. You know, if you're
you
getting
know,
anxiety and
you know how Uncle Ed smelled. You know how he behaved himself or didn't.
yeah.
You know how uh you there is a vibe to every single individual.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and
Yeah.
you check. And you know, one of the things that a good medium does is shield themselves against untoward spirits. You know, so that they get the person they're after,
Yeah.
and not the plethora of all sorts of other things.
Right.
You know, and there are such things as uh, entities that are not necessarily whole. Would have a great time playing with you. It's
Mm-hmm.
a simple matter of protecting yourself.
Right.
Yeah,
No,
we
no
should build a Kozyrev
danger.
mirror.
And you would know from the energy signature if that is your loved one or
Right.
not. Yeah, if you're starting to
No,
feel,
I know my mom from any place. I
yeah.
still would know. She's been gone from me for 40 years. And I can still smell her perfume. You know, I know when
Mm-hmm.
she's lurking around. I can smell her.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and there was this particular brand of cigarettes that she liked. Those always were part of that odor.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but it wasn't
Yeah.
just that; it was the energy the lady had, and it was very specific to her. Her sisters didn't have it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, her sisters and she looked very similar. And when you're a kid that's nearsighted, you, they don't look alike, but they do not have the same vibration.
Right.
You know
Right.
your ma. You know,
Yeah. Yeah. Interesting. Mm-hmm. So if you build one of these things, Nathan, I'll volunteer to be a guinea pig.
Okay, well, if I build one of them, I'll appear in your living room.
you know,
Okay.
because if you're doing it, we're talking about what Shadow is saying.
Yeah,
I
I'll bring it up on
disagree. If
screen.
you're doing it, you have already expressed a desire to see the loved one. Yeah, yeah, perhaps. But remember that particular uh, protection I was talking about.
Yeah,
Without it, you're anybody's meat, baby.
yeah.
You better learn how to protect yourself.
Okay, he follows up with, okay, mm,
You know what?
this is our AO, bro. Okay,
I've only been doing this for 50 years. He must be right. He must be right.
this is our AO.
We'll let you have it.
We don't have enough internet to go into this, right?
No, I expect we don't.
Not 20 minutes left.
And I don't think I have enough patience to explain it to him, so it's all good.
Right. Okay, Chad
You're
is
saying it,
talking
buddy. You're absolutely right. You go into a circumstance like that without protection,
spiral
that's
shape.
exactly what's going to happen.
Chad, are you talking about the Kozyrev mirror?
I don't know.
Highly conductive pure alloy of aluminum built in a spiral shape with a magnetic alloy on the inside layer of the structure. Inside? That's not what I read. But send me a link, man. I'd like to see what you're talking about. Send me your link. Put it in the private chat if you can. Oh, wait a minute. No, you can't. Not from YouTube. Text me. I'm on all the socials because I need more information and I would like to pure alloy of aluminum built alloy magnetic alloy on the inside layer. Would that the
Pure
magnetic?
alloy,
Huh?
pure alloy contradiction right there.
I know,
I-
but I think I
Was
think
he
he's
talking about the Beth Sphere?
no. He was talking about the he mentioned it, but he's talking about the Kozyrev mirror. Magnetic alloy on the inside of I'm thinking aluminum and something, but I don't know what. I need I want to build one. I really want to build one. I'll sit in
So
an
did
aluminum.
I have a question about this? So the people that were in there, did they experience seeing future events like a movie on a screen on the wall inside this thing, or was this all in a psychic impression or remote viewing type thing, or
Remote
what?
viewing type deal.
Remote viewing. Imagine, how people describe looking at the Akashic records. That's
Okay.
what it sounded like to me. Where you don't look at a picture of something, you're in the picture. You're in
Gotcha.
the events.
You
And
manage to see it all at the same time. There is no time.
right.
Yeah. Right. Right.
And yeah, most of them do, but they weren't us. And I'm thinking
Well,
I'm
somebody
willing
that's
to
not
chance it.
prepared for something like that would go crazy.
Yeah, there's
That's
Right.
not saying somebody that is prepared wouldn't go crazy.
yeah. It's just it's not a typical human condition. So our brains have to well, they're pretty good at rewiring on the fly, but I don't know how that I need more information. I want to do it. I wonder if anybody in Tennessee already has one or in the Tennessee, Arkansas, Missouri. I'll go. I don't care.
I don't know. Let's Google it.
Yeah. Yeah, let's Google it.
What did we ever do before Google?
We got out the
Wonderful resource.
encyclopedia and looked it up.
Now they have AI on. I noticed today. I was on Messenger. I've got an Android. I don't know about iPhones, but on Android, I looked down at the bottom. I had selected stickers. I was looking for this one sticker to send to somebody in a message, and I saw generate. I thought, what's that? And I clicked on that, and AI now will create a sticker emoji thingy for you. If you just type in kind of like the theme of it, like dog eating a piece of pizza or something like that. And then it'll generate a picture for you.
So it's
A
now
little
on an
picture.
app. It's an app now because I've seen that.
It's already, I didn't have to load anything. It's just already there.
It's on a website. Okay.
It's in Messenger. And
It's
when
talking to your phone. Yeah.
like when you're wanting to send a sticker or an emoji or a GIF and you click on that little whatever, sometimes it's a magnifying glass, sometimes it's a smiley face in
Yeah.
the body of where your typing is all the way to the right. Yeah, just click on that.
Are you doing it right now?
No, I'm getting a phone call, but there. Did you hear that?
I heard something.
Oh no, not mine.
It's my ringtone is a wolf howling.
Oh no, I didn't hear that.
Oh, okay.
Wait a minute. Some echo just started up.
Okay.
I don't know from what.
Hang on a second.
I don't hear one.
Okay, it's gone. It must have corrected itself.
Okay.
Oh,
Oops.
and there she goes.
Off it went.
But okay. Anyway,
Must have been nice. The library card and a hefty travel expense account. That would
I've
solve
never
a
been
lot of
on
problems.
Amtrak. Hey, Bronklander. I'm subscribed to you too already.
Cat's got her.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
The cat dimension. I subscribe to you too also, Bronk. And I've got have you seen this? Let me just bring it over. Hold on a second. Hold on.
Yeah. That reminds me, I need to tell John that he's into RC big time because he likes stuff like that. Oh, getting out the big guns.
Show and tell time, I suppose. This is the $80 Amazon tank. Bronklander.
That's fun.
It's in scale with action figures, right?
How
3
fun.
3/4, like Star Wars G.I. Joe, right? You got, okay. And when you turn it on, have you seen this one? This is from Amazon. Okay, how do I haven't messed with it in a couple of months. Oh, the battery's dead. Oh no, there it is.
Oh. Well, at least
That's bright.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's not. It's only bright on camera. It's not super bright, but it. Bronklander, have you seen this one yet? Because it's on. Yeah, Chad's saying, "Oh, you just cost me $80." Okay, this is a neat tank. Okay, it doesn't just spin in place, right? It will curve. It has this kind of controller right here, and you go.
Oh, that looks
Sorry.
like it'd be a barrel of monkeys.
Sorry, Raven. Let me.
That's alive,
Sure.
Raven.
I accidentally disconnected myself. That's really cool.
See? That's
Thank you.
neat.
I use this. It's longer range, but the downside is it has a short battery life, but it has what you call it has active suspension, right?
Does it shoot anything?
No, it doesn't shoot anything. It has that light on it. It's not that bright. It's bright in the dark, right? It's not bright during the day.
Oh, that would be so fun to chase the cats and scare the hell out of them with. Oh my god, that'd be hilarious.
How
It would
about
run them
the
over. 'cause this-
Why
Huh?
don't you just get yourself a robotic vacuum cleaner?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
When you
Don't talk to me about vacuum cleaners.
now when you're going accelerating, right? When you're going straight. Now you can see what I'm doing. This is the steering over here. I hate these controllers. Hate them. But whatever.
Can you put something else on it?
You have to build a new controller.
Oh.
And okay, when you
Can you build me one of those that shoots out water?
well, you can buy one of
Yes.
these and stick a gun on it. See, when you turn, this is turning one way. And then turns on the other. It has the cool thing about this, the really cool thing about this, I'm going to turn it off now. Okay. It does have a variable, I forget the words, right? A variable
Transmission?
range differential.
Okay.
What does
And
that mean?
that means that you can control each one of these individually automatically as you go forward. Think of a tank drive. You drive with 2 joysticks and you
Right.
push them both forward to go forward. And you let off one to make the one move forward and one move sideways. But this
Right.
is variable pitch, like on, I don't know what else uses them. Ski mobiles? Snowmobiles, maybe? I don't know, right? But
How about Forerunners?
I do not know. I honestly don't know. But it
Because
uses
we have to be able to lock up the one wheel. You know, if you get to a place where you're slipping, you want to lock the one wheel and get the power to go to the wheel that has good solid contact.
you're talking about traction control.
Yes.
This does not have that.
Oh,
This does not. No, this has a variable pitch. It is a lot of fun, and I built a replacement battery pack for it. It's in there, and I had to stuff it in there because that battery cover is half battery. Well, I knocked out the little center wall and put it all battery. Okay. And I wanted to use this as a probe. I got this. This thing will go like 13 miles an hour,
Wow.
and it can carry a load. Okay. It's got some torque to it because it uses. Let me break out the battery here, or just show you what I'm talking about. What I did. But Bronklander RC. You say RC. I should have showed you this. I thought everybody knew about this. This was like a big deal in the RC, so I was led to believe, in the RC world for a little while. Okay, not as much battery as I thought I remembered, but this is the upgraded battery. Is it? Yeah. It little wall. You see the broken plastic? I knocked that out, right? Oh, it's cool. It's cool. It's all attached, and I had to get an adapter cable because I didn't want to twist no wires. I was like, man, you know what? I'm a grown up. I don't want to do that. And it comes with a 600 milliamp, which is garbage, and it lasts for like 10 minutes, and it's also 7.4 volts. Okay. This is the 1800 milliamp. Okay. 1800 milliamp. And I believe it is lithium polymer. Yeah, it's lipo lithium polymer. It is like a triple upgrade from the original battery. So this can run for like 45 minutes before I have to swap out. And the battery was cheap. The battery was like $8. The tank was like 80. But this is a no name. There are several different versions of this thing, right?
Mhm.
This is the military police, which is this is as far as scale goes, right? 24 scale, yeah. 7.4, 350 million. It is small. This is not. This is 112 or whatever Star Wars and G.I. Joe guys are, right? 3 and 3/4 action figures.
112 sounds like Barbie.
Yeah, that is not 112. Whatever. I can't remember. I've been so away from toy. Okay, let me get my big fat screen off of here. But anyway, it is a neat one, right? It is
Yeah,
cool.
it is.
I cannot stand these kinds of controllers. You gotta really learn how to do
Be a problem.
You touch it a little bit, and it looks like germ, and you have to be very. I have to actually lean on it to not push too hard, because if you go too far, it'll just zip away, right? But since we were talking about RCs, I mean, there we are.
How did we end up
And
on
yeah,
RCs?
this was
I think because Bronklander
someone said
RC was talking about it.
Yeah, someone was talking to Bronklander RC, saying I
Yeah.
subscribed to your channel because I'm really into RC right now, and I'm like, well, this is
yeah.
fun, right?
Sure.
I'm wanting to. I can't find a decent camera to mount to it that won't. This camera way too heavy, right? Way too heavy. And
Have you
this
tried
camera that I
Temu?
picked up, Temu,
Well, they got even
does
smaller
not
ones than that.
work. Smaller,
Okay.
all garbage. This ended up as
Oh,
an
good.
ornament.
That's disappointing.
Yeah, they're useless. The Temu stuff.
Mine
Yeah,
came with all
Temu.
the instructions
Temu.
written in Japanese.
Not Chinese?
Yes.
Japanese.
Probably both. But yeah, I get
Hey,
this one.
good
Yeah,
thing
so
you've got
both.
Google Translate.
No, I never thought of that.
Hmm.
Oh no.
1/18th scale. That's what I was trying to think of. 1/18th scale. That's G.I. Joe Star Wars. Where'd he go? I've got this guy. These guys.
So
Three
a
and three quarters,
little bit,
right?
yeah, a little bigger than.
What are you laughing at, Lynn Ann?
Well, there's a private joke behind that. It's like when
Oh,
I bought my printer, I was told my printer was a Barbie doll,
okay.
and that's the reason she's got that smirk on her.
Okay, well I'll leave that one right alone.
Well, you have to
I
keep
don't-
buying parts for it and filament and all that stuff.
oh yeah. I can. Yep, true. Very true. Okay, well, anyway,
Give it a nice house.
and there goes Lynn. Lynn is out. Was there something go on that I'm not aware of? Apparently there is. Maybe she hit the wrong button.
I don't know. I'm not in on it. If there is,
Okay,
I don't know.
I don't. Um. So anyway, yeah, I can't talk about light without losing my damn mind. So RC is a good a good walk away from that because holy crap, man.
Light
I
and
can
gravity.
really I can't I lose my damn mind because it's in here, but it don't want to come out here. Okay, Lynn is back. Did somebody piss you off, Lynn? Who do I need
Yeah.
to beat up?
Oh, I lost my internet.
Oh,
Mm.
Where'd you lose it at?
I don't know. Probably hate
okay, well,
from Shadow.
I lost
don't
power
know.
most of the night. We had big power outage here.
Oh yeah.
I guess it was a red cat.
That
Is
reminds.
that like the one I just had? Okay.
Huh.
Yeah,
Chad Smith said
everybody's
his is
internet.
down,
Great for
went
technology.
down too. How about that?
Say what?
So Chad Smith said
Well,
his
sorry about that,
went down
everyone.
too. He's on 4G.
Hey, quant.
It's kind of wah
Not going there.
here.
Looks like the server has reset itself, so we're good.
Okay.
Okay, he is down.
I didn't hear the
I
word
don't know about
cannibal, and I wouldn't have left over that, so we're good.
You didn't hear what word?
Cannibal.
No, it was Barbie doll.
Oh, that's worse. Now that I will leave over. I'll have pink. I like pink. I do.
No. Remember when I restarted the my 3D printer? You told me that another Barbie doll, along with when I got the Forerunner, it was a Barbie doll.
the wood lathe.
Wood lathe,
But I gave you a hard way to go on.
another one,
Being
yes.
another Barbie doll.
Okay, I'm going to
Referring
bring
to
this.
all the accessories to go with these things.
I'm going.
And it needs a home.
You have a Barbie doll that needs a home?
No, yeah, the wood lathe. It's
Oh.
table saw, bandsaw.
This is what Bronklander was talking about. I believe. I'm not sure. It's $99. It is a crawler. It's not. I guess not super fast, but it brushed electric rock crawler for $99. Rock crawlers, as It's horribly expensive. All this stuff is horribly expensive when you get into it. But $99 is very much on the low end of the spectrum as far as price goes. I don't know what kind
I
of
was
quality
gonna
this thing is.
say.
Oh, launch pricing. Okay, I think this is what you're talking about, right? Red Cat, 99 1/18th. Okay, well, anyway, that I want up. Yep, that's it. He says. Well, it's pretty neat. I mean, if you're into rock crawlers, well, you know what? I'm gonna see if I can find the tank sales because there's a ton of them.
Brooklander, no notable space weather events in the last 2 hours. We got a KP of 33.
What is it, KP?
Yeah.
Pretend the rest of us don't know that.
I don't know what a KP is.
Okay, it deals with let's put it simply, it deals with the amount of noise that we're getting from the
Kangaroo
sun.
poop. KP.
It's
What?
relative.
Oh my gosh! Guess what, y'all?
What?
Brunklander. Whoever was like looking at the $80 one, the price has gone down. Let me bring it up.
Oh, hey.
Somebody,
That's always a happy.
it went way down. Well, not way down, but I mean, this is the exact one that I got.
And I went to a circular motion again. Oh, there you are.
Yeah, every time I something, it's gonna bounce the screen around.
Yeah. It's just everything went circular, and I'm like, now what? You know.
Chad saying 99 is super high value for ready to run out of the box where you don't have to buy it. You don't have to source the controller, get some kind of weird battery. I did, but you don't have to. And like, here is the actual one that I got. Yeah, $70 now. It is, and that's why I had to stop where I was. Let me see if there is related items. Yeah, this one, it's junk.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, do not take
it looks
any
like
water.
it'd be an addictive hobby and a terrifically expensive one.
Yeah, everything can be upgraded on these things. You can upgrade all of it, every bit of it.
Talk about a Barbie doll, huh?
Whoa. Yeah, see, it has a picture of gears. It does have a metal gearbox, but I don't know anything about it, right? And yeah,
you didn't take it apart to find out.
I did take it apart, but the gearbox is its own thing, and I was like, nope, I don't want to break it. Let me see, where's the related ones? They make a whole bunch of, there's like police, and I'm not selling for Amazon, I promise everybody. These are dumb.
I don't care if you are.
Okay.
Yeah, go for it.
But I'm not
yourself
selling
some
for
money
Amazon.
for a change.
Yeah, they won't sponsor me. They sponsor themselves.
Timu's got that tank in a 1/12 scale. It's still that's 70.
It's
73.
Yeah, it says
you
1/12.
can affiliate with Timu.
This ain't.
I think you probably.
This ain't 1/12 scale. This is 1/18 scale, because actual action figures of the 1/18 scale fit in it like it was made for it. And that's why I really got it, because when I was hard and heavy into the toys, I was like looking for vehicles for it, and I found this, and it works.
12 kilometers per hour.
No,
you're not going to be able to keep up with the thing.
No, you can't keep up with. No, it's not. There's a lot of mistranslation.
Wouldn't it go outside your radio ability though?
Eventually, well, it'll go outside your vision ability before it'll go out your radio.
Yeah, and that's a problem, isn't it?
Yeah, that's why I want to put a camera on that little roll bar it has.
So if it ends up, downtown Nashville, you can retrieve it.
Yeah, I could see where I'm at and like tell it to look for a road sign. or maybe drive it home. No, this thing, it does have a good long range to it, but yeah, you can't see it. I took it down my road. Am I still sharing? Yeah, I didn't mean to do that. I took it way down my road, and it went really far. Okay, it went really far beyond where I could see. It went around the curve, and I was like, nope, I gotta go. I gotta stop. And it did get. It went off road because a car came, but it's a tank, and it was really good at being a tank. So it just came right back out of it. Then it hit the little stream thing, and it flipped over, and well, it's not so good at that.
I can see that would just fun.
A GoPro would not be too big. The attaching hardware may be. I would have to make custom attaching hardware for it.
GoPro.
It's a kind of
Well,
camera.
yeah, you've got the printer.
I know. I could do that.
So does Nathan.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
He's got the printer.
A GoPro would not be that big. Yeah. Yeah, parts are expensive, and they don't make spare parts for this thing. So I'm very selective with it. What I'd like to do is take a phone and put it on Wi-Fi and let it, or put it on cell and let it be my eyes, you know? And if I could figure out how, huh?
I was just saying, yeah,
Yeah, and
cool
if I could,
idea.
What about
if I
El
could,
Cheapo de Slapo?
yeah, if I could figure out how, I'd like to take the signal from the remote, bounce it through the cell or through the router to the cell so it could be really long range and then send video back
Yeah.
like a probe.
You know, you scare the hell out of me, right?
Let me go ahead and bring that down. Yeah. I mean, these
Your
are just
mind is wasted. Whatever it is you're doing, your mind is wasted.
working on it.
Yeah, well,
Working
that
on it.
kind of brings back from the point, doesn't it?
Yeah, all I got to do to get myself motivated is drive in traffic. And I'm like, I would love to get out of this traffic right now. Hit the Mercury drive, the monomotor.
Drone part. So yeah, now he's
Yeah.
talking.
Yeah, I would like to remote control it through the cell connection, but I don't know how to do that yet. I mean, I've got a working idea, but I might have to get with you, Bronklander, because I got some robotic controls that, and they are truly robotic, not, and they're using all after off the shelf parts, common DTMF, handheld radios.
Hey
Yeah.
Frank.
I was going to say we do that with ham radio. We
Mhm.
operate a 2-meter radio in order to operate an HF radio.
Right. Well, since I don't want to deal with licensing issues, I will do it with the family channel. FRMF. And instead of sending digital signals, send analog signals, sound like DTMF. And it could have all the combinations of numbers. It means turn left,
DTMF. What does the D stand for?
dual tone multi-frequency,
And why?
because it's dual tone for each button press.
Because you need the 2 tones to make a digital signal.
Okay.
But that's
I learn
okay.
so much when I come on this show.
Yeah, you
I
need
know, you do.
you need an encoder
No,
and
it makes
encoder
Right.
and decoder on each end to send whatever the signal is. Go straight, keep going straight, turn left hard, turn easy hard, back up. All all the movements, right? Turn lights on, just send a signal in DTMF, and the receiver will understand it. It's kind of like it's not like anything else. It's well, yes, but the thing is, I'll be using a digital system to send analog signals. You know, beeps. I want my robots to beep and boop. I like R2D2. If you can't tell, right? Can't tell. I really do.
Instead of going, ying.
Whenever he hears something is BS, he just goes,
Yeah.
you know.
Okay, everybody. Well, I am going to go ahead and wrap it up. Thanks everybody for coming on the panel. It got really weird, really quick, like for a minute there. At least it did for me. Okay. I didn't let it out because I'd never shut up. So I didn't. And you saw me go, oh my God, because the shit started spinning around in my head. And I was like, nope, nope, nope. Not going to ascend tonight. Not tonight. So,
He's starting to hear color.
oh boy. All of that started happening. We started talking about light and Kozyrev mirrors and Akashic records, and I was like, it's all coming to me. Nope, nope, stop. What's in the chat?
Must not do.
Yeah, I'm tired enough as it is. And small victory of the car, that made me want to do it, but I was like,
Yeah.
no, don't need to do this right now. This is not for me right now. And I'm out of coffee, so I can't like keep feeding it. But
Oh,
I
that's
am,
travesty.
yeah. I drank the whole pot, so
You drank pot?
Can't believe I drank the whole thing.
I
Dang.
drank all. I didn't drink pot.
Alka-Seltzer to
Yeah.
the rescue.
I am going to, yeah, I'm going to start pushing buttons, y'all. Thanks. If you're here, you're Quantum, like and subscribe. This was a crazy show tonight. Crazy,
Was,
crazy
all
show.
over the place.
It was fun.
Yep, I will put those links in. I will be editing it right now, so everybody can go look at those links. I got an updated list sitting right in front of me. Time to decompress. Okay. All right. Don't hang up. I do want to go backstage for just a few minutes. Okay, at least a few
Okay.
minutes. So thanks everybody, and keeping it quantum. What do we do? Pushing buttons.
Pushing
Thanks for
buttons.
the
Bye,
chat.
everybody.
Goodbye.